matter how heavy it is early in the morning, by the afternoon it's up, up and away in our beautiful balloon. I'm Jeff Jower.
And I'm Rick Levine for Planet Pulse on this Wednesday, June 11th. And we start the day with the moon in heavy Scorpio. So perhaps the balloon is tied to the ground and doesn't have air in it. And yet through the morning, I think maybe the helium or whatever is pumped into the balloon. And at 11:23 a.m. East Coast United States time, the moon jumps or rises into Sagittarius, and as it does,
that's right,
up we go.
It's uplifting,
up and away,
up, because Sagittarius, the half horse, half archer, shoots the arrow up into the sky. It's immutable, an energy releasing fire sign ready to go, but more than that, because the moon shifts from deep dark Scorpio to adventurous Sagittarius every lunar month. But today, Sagittarius is expansive. Key ruling planet Jupiter also forms an aspect with diffusive Neptune.
And in a way, Neptune and Jupiter are very similar.
They are.
It's almost like Jupiter is expansive, but it's inside the orbit of Saturn, so it can only expand so far. Neptune is outside the orbit of Saturn, so there's no limit as to how far it can expand. And this evening, as Jupiter forms a square and a half with Neptune, there's these expansive planets that are taking the energy even further. You talked about how the Sagittarius is half horse and half archer, or man with a bow and the arrow aimed towards the heavens. In a way, it represents the animal nature, the horse, that humans are. We are grounded by our animal nature. And yet, it's the inspiration of thought, the arrow aiming towards the heaven, that kind of pulls us above that where we're coming from that base, nature, and into the realm of possibilities. And I think that's the up and away today.
Yeah, and on the positive side, while this
wasn't that all positive?
Oh, it was, but the Jupiter-Neptune aspect, which is, I think, even more important, yes, and lasts more than today. It really goes back a couple of days, goes forward a couple of days. The moon in Sagittarius, as faster moving cycles trigger slower moving patterns. But there is also a real tendency to overshoot the mark here. It's like, oh, my life isn't working, or my boss is mean to me, or I'm not being loved. I think I'm going to convert to another religion and move to another continent. Well, there's a tendency to go a little bit too far with Jupiter-Neptune.
And that's on the downside. On the upside, it's like everything is working. I just got $1,000 bonus. I think I feel lucky. I'll put it on the lottery. I'm sure I can win. It's, in other words, we can take it too far.
The abyss of good fortune.
And we can feel gambly, lucky. We can feel as if it's going to work out, rather than, in other words, it isn't only if it's bad are we going to go do something crazy.
That's right.
It's like if it's good, we can also feel like if it's good, well, then there's even better, and there's even more, and there's no limit. So I think either way, it's important during this, the trick of this transit is to make sure that we don't get carried away in our thinking to some place that's beyond the beyond. I'm Rick Levine.
And I'm Jeff Jowery, inviting you to join Rick and me here every day for Planet Pulse.